ready, Len?
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah.
Count us in. Start us off somehow.
15, 14, 13.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Hello and welcome to episode 40 of Oh Dear, presented by Bo's Bar and Stage, coming to you, as always, from Communal Creative Studios in the heart of downtown Red Deer. For those of you still, again, inexplicably watching us on Rogers TV, welcome to episode 3. I don't know if we just stick with episode 40 or change it for TV because they're different, but then I realized nobody gives a shit. So welcome back nonetheless. And hey, if you're here for the first time, welcome. And I'm sure we'll have you for about 5 to 6 more minutes before you change the channel. I'm Ted Emmett. Thank you as always for tuning in. And against all odds, we actually have a full house again tonight. First time, I think, since February that we've had all 7 of us here. So this should be fun and a gigantic dumpster fire. So let's get into it. Been a hot minute since this guy's been able to make a recording, which has sometimes been nice. Sometimes we've missed him, but making his Rogers TV debut in his $7 shirt. Dustin Moore, welcome back and welcome to TV.
Yeah, thanks, ladies, gentlemen. I got $7 shirt on and 9-inch shorts, so I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
You got about 6 inches of leeway on those shorts. It's fine.
But yeah. I'm not going to lie, I am excited. Ted, get the bleeps ready.
Yeah, that's your one.
I got my one out of the way early. It's good to be back with you guys and looking forward to having some fun tonight with some old beers from our friends at Red Heart.
All right, I expected you to say something really boring and bore us about your life, but luckily we have the next guy to do that who I should be nicer to him because his attendance has been great so far. But Kevin Walsh, welcome back.
Thank you, Ted. Summer's been good, and I'm just excited that Dustin's back. So,
yeah, thanks, friend.
Get a room.
Yeah.
We will.
The rest of us, I guess. Yeah. Boy, that's a lot of bleeps already. Good thing we don't pay by the bleep. Ryan Lund is here. Doesn't matter how I try to lead him into the conversation.
Yeah, I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here, Ted. We're currently in the middle of a tornado watch right now. So if this is our last video, Darren, delete my internet history. Mom, you can have my big screen TV. Cheers.
I hope I survive this tornado. I want that TV.
Well, I think we learn. I'm by common law by a lot of years now. So
yeah,
as long as I can get out of this, Kelly. You can have my new big screen TV if that's what it comes to. While her attendance has been pretty good, I guess coworker Erin back after a 1 episode absence. So welcome back.
In Dustin's defense, I'm currently wearing a pajama top, so it can get worse.
Looks good, Erin.
Thank you.
That's good. You waste no time when you go home, like straight to bed. That's just efficiency.
True.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're going to run out of tape before these intros are done. But having a full house tonight means we have to utilize the couch for the first time in months. So we finally get to use the new setup that Riley from Communal Creative Studios has set up for us on the couch, almost unfairly because he's done such a great job filling in up here at the big boy table. But I guess seniority rules, but Kevin Strybosh, the athlete, at least you can see us now.
That's true. It's nothing nice to look at, but you put in time and effort to get to the table, and then it all just gets snatched away from you from a guy who shows up like 30% of the time. So
it's a life lesson.
You'll have it back till Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, do better, Kev.
And last is Andrew Russell, also back after, I think, a 3-episode absence. So at least a joyous reunion on the couch for you and the athlete, at the very least.
Well, the good-looking guys always end up on the couch, so you look good today, Kev.
Well, our Rogers TV audience will be the judge of that. Yeah, well, hey, welcome to Public Access TV. And first bus benches, now this, straight to the top.
Yeah, if you could blur my face, that would probably be better for viewing, but...
Yeah, we'll blur it.
Glad to be back. It's been a long absence of crazy spring market and coaching kids lacrosse and fatherly duties, other things that sorry guys, it's just more important than you guys.
Hopefully we can blur voices too, because that was pretty boring. But hey, welcome back. Anyone who's watching for the first time, I promise we're friends, kinda. Some friends we charge to be here, some we don't. That's how it works. I already mentioned him. By the way, Andrew, your invoice is overdue. I already mentioned him, but a huge thank you, as always, to Riley from Communal Creative Studios for having us here tonight and babysitting us. And hey, big thank you in advance, Riley, for not making any noise tonight.
And that mullet's looking tight.
It is, yeah. Great comment for a podcast and off-camera person. Look at that great mullet, everyone who can't see it. Describe it.
Short, tight, party in the front, back.
Business up front, party in the
Business.
back.
He's not a business guy though. He's full party.
Why do we invite you back? All right. And now this next line I'm going to say nobody's going to believe. But hey, we have a great show planned for you. I know I say that every time, but for once we actually mean it. We have two very cool interviews that the athlete coworker Aaron and I got to do when we were at the Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame Awards Gala here in Red Deer in late July. We have Red Deer Rebels legend Colby Armstrong and Calgary Flames legend, Hockey Hall of Famer Jerome Aginla, really slumming it hard, agreeing to do a couple of impromptu interviews with us at the gala. So doesn't seem like real life that those guys are going to be on our podcast, but that's what we do every day, is just defy the odds.
Somebody's got to do it, Ted. And can we give a shout out to our one fan in the studio? Let's zoom in on her. Let's get the camera, zoom in on our one fan. Alex, thanks for being here. Thanks for cheering us on.
You know what? Yeah. And you know what? Actually, that was a lot. We probably already lost most of our audience, but we're going to talk a little bit more about our studio audience member as we head into the Glad game.
I'm not sick. I was sick a month ago and this cough has lingered. I'm super gross right now.
All right, moving into the Glad game, because we have a very personal one that we get to talk about today. Again, we mentioned our studio audience member, Alex, and the athlete, Kevin Strybosh. We have a very exciting announcement. They just got engaged a couple of weeks ago. So, hey, your life is over, but we're happy for you. Yeah.
Not to the life is over part.
Yeah. Man, your lives are just beginning.
Yeah.
Don't listen to Ted about anything to do
Don't
with
take
marriage.
marriage advice from me. Hey, number one cause of divorce is getting married. I'm just saying.
This isn't a Glad game for me until I get this question answered. Can I come to the stag?
We'll see.
Yes.
Not a Glad game today.
Yes. What an answer.
Yes, thank you, Ted. You've given me lots of marriage advice over the years. I haven't listened to any of it yet, clearly.
Well, there's some what not to do in there.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
You're right. But yes, it was very exciting. Month of June. Had it planned for a little while, but didn't really know how I was going to execute it. So while we were away on vacation, I decided to go do it while we were out in Kelowna, and figured a nice big lake and sunset was a good setting. So she said yes. So I'm assuming I did it right.
And speaking for Alex, if I may, the ring, beautiful. Well done. Excellent choice.
She told me exactly, specifically what she wanted. And if it wasn't that, she probably wouldn't have said yes.
Nice.
But
Perfect.
you know what, though? That's the play, honestly. Like, if you already know you're going to get married and you want to get married, why not, like, take the guesswork out of it? Probably took a lot of stress off of you.
Yeah, it was very easy.
I did that as well. We had looked at rings together.
I told Griff exactly what I wanted. He went the exact opposite direction. And then I was so stunned that he had actually asked me to marry him that I said no a bunch and asked him if he could return the ring. So,
Wow.
And you're not wearing it right
Wow.
now.
no,
Drama.
Is
it
Griff
is-
single?
he is not happily married. The ring is beautiful and I do wear it when I'm wearing silver. He did
Not your
good.
pajama shirt.
Yeah.
Doesn't match.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't go.
But hey, that'll be like the first oh dear wedding. No one's gotten married out of the podcast since we started it. So yeah, that's very exciting. Again, Kevin, Alex, honestly, congratulations. And we're all rooting for that to happen. So yeah, looking forward to hoping I'm invited too. All right, very excited now to get to our feature interviews for this episode. Always a firm believer that life always works out the way it should. And yeah, I've been really mailing it in this summer when it comes, well, my whole life, but this podcast, especially at the time of recording, we're about 5 days removed from the 2024 Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame Gala. That was at Red Deer Polytechnic. It was excellent. At the time we were there, so 5 days before recording this, didn't have an interview lined up, figured, oh, there's 7 of us. We'll just talk about our lives or whatever, which would have been a whole bunch of horse shit. So I'm glad we don't have to do that. So again, life finds a way. And since the athlete, coworker Aaron and I were in attendance at the gala, I decided let's shoot our shot, see if we can get any of these inductees to agree to do a last minute interview. And we managed to land, as I mentioned, a Red Deer Rebels legend, Colby Armstrong, played almost a decade in the NHL, now a very popular broadcaster and podcaster. He agreed to do an interview, and against all odds, Calgary Flames legend, Hockey Hall of Famer Jerome Iginla did an interview as well. Both guys were absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, here's those interviews. All right, well, Ted and the athlete here, as well as coworker Aaron, at the 2024 Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame Awards Gala. A really cool, unexpected interview. We're here with former NHLer, former Red Deer Rebel, 2001 Memorial Cup champion, Colby Armstrong. Colby, thanks so much for pulling away from the celebration and doing this.
Yeah, you guys owe me. Like, not a big deal, but it's good to be here. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad I'm back at Red Deer. I came back here, when was it, 2016 Memorial Cup. I was working for Sportsnet, and we had a lot of our 2001 team that Brent had come in for that. And I was working, so I'm a loser. I missed out on all the fun. I don't want to lose my voice when I'm on the air, and staying out till 3 a.m, hanging out with the boys will tend to do that. So this means a lot to be back here, just because it's Red Deer 1, but the Hall of Fame, and then just to see everybody.
And obviously a huge honor for you to be on Red Deer's 3rd most popular podcast.
Yeah.
You've been on a very popular podcast many times, so no, you're not going to be nervous. But in all seriousness, congratulations going into the Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame as a member of that 2000-2001 Red Deer Rebels team. You already kind of mentioned what it was like to be back, but how does it feel to be, one of the biggest figures in Red Deer sports and just Red Deer, honestly, because being that Memorial Cup team, right? Still to this day means so much to so many people.
Yeah, and it just took so long for us to get in the Hall of Fame. I'm always asking myself, like, what took so long? We were awesome. I mean, here we are, like 23 years later, finally, right? But no, it's special. I feel like the city's grown so much. Like, there's so much more, like, everywhere. Neighborhoods. I drove around the other day when I first came in, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So it wasn't like as big of a city. I feel is just like smaller community, but being back here now is just it's so cool to see the same faces and people that were there, people that worked at the damn rink that are here that I remember. I had a mouth on me and I was swearing the penalty box all the time when I was in there yelling at people, and the penalty box guy was at our little event last night, so he heard me say some pretty bad things. But now he can just turn around, spit and chicklets and hear it all over again. Yeah, but it's I think that's the best part, just seeing people that you remember that you shared so many good times with.
So you mentioned back in 2016 you were here, but you were working. After your playing career, you went almost straight into media, and you've been very successful with it. Is that something that you pictured yourself doing while you were playing, or how did you kind of fall into that?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. I always enjoyed just stuff like you got, like this.
Stuff that no one watching.
Yeah, well, that's the challenge, to get people watching. But like doing interviews, and we had the local starting in a community like this with like local news, as is junior hockey. You get to know the reporters pretty well, and it was something new. Like I thought it was like in the NHL playing here. It was incredible. So to be able to I guess I was just kind of comfortable with it right away a little bit. And my mom had always encouraged me when I was done playing, like, maybe you should do this. You'd be good at this. And I was just mostly an idiot, but I talked too much. But it served me pretty well. And I love hockey. I watch too many games. I'm a loser. Like, why am I watching San Jose versus Anaheim at 2:00 in the morning? I don't know why, but I watch it because I'm scared that I won't know what's going on. But yeah, it's been awesome. I got to do radio, studio TV, interview people on features, and travel all over the place, be in the dressing rooms, call Penguins games for the last number of years. And then most recently, the last couple of years too, doing podcasts with, like you guys, with some buddies I started playing with in the American League, that who knew that it would be what it is today. Pretty cool to join that. So just tons of different stuff, and I think finding myself and being comfortable on air, because it's kind of not real life. But it is. But I think you do enough stuff and you find out like how you operate on camera and on air. I think it's taken me some time, but it's been a lot of fun to be able to do that.
All right, well, we won't keep you too long because, as you know, you know better than anyone, playing junior hockey, really tough to get to. Winning the Memorial Cup, arguably one of the hardest.
The hardest.
I know they say the Stanley Cup,
hardest.
But the Memorial Cup is crazy what you have to go through. Playing in the NHL, really hard. As podcasters, we've discovered, though, there's something even harder. It's a little game, for, I guess, basically copyright reasons. We call GAD-MABs.
GAD-MABs?
GAD-MABs. So we're going to challenge you here. Like you said, you're a Memorial Cup champion, but can you be a GAD-MAB champion?
Is it like school?
A little bit.
I played in the Western League. The Western League scholarship package. Here we go.
So we're going to bring in coworker Aaron. You're going to have a minute to read off some words in random order and say, basically try and figure out what the actual sentence is. They're usually pretty common phrases. And I'll tell you what, the athlete really struggled with this one.
Yeah.
So if you get more than 0, you won't officially be the worst at GAD.
Okay, what's the record? What do I have to do?
I think the record is like 3 in a minute.
So 3 in a minute?
How many are we letting him pass?
2 passes.
Okay.
For a Memorial Cup champion, you can have 2 passes.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me when. Don weighs my time. Don weighs my time.
Say it a little quicker.
Don weighs my time.
Almost got it.
Don weighs my time.
We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Don weighs my time? My time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Don.
Say the first part quick.
Don weighs? Don weighs my time?
You almost got it.
Don weighs my time. Don't waste my time.
Yes!
Can I swear? Sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's go. High dance eek. High dance eek? High dance eek.
It's a game.
With children?
Hide and seek.
It's 2.
Toot hawk. Toot hawk. Tua. We need toot hawk. We need toot hawk. We need toot hawk.
Give you a couple extra seconds because you're so close.
We need toot hawk.
What are we doing right now?
We need to talk. Jesus. It's right in front of my face. But my nose keeps getting in the way. God damn it.
Well, you know what?
How long did that take? Did you cut me off?
10.
I saw you going like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
That's pretty good. But you got don't
overtime,
waste my time, which was Kevin could not get don't waste my time. So you did pretty well. Look, a guy who can do it all, right? It's a little humbling as a broadcaster.
Go tell my wife that.
That's a tough one. Colby, we're going to let you get back to the celebration. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this with a bunch of nobodies, following us up to a room very trustingly, and it's an honor to have you.
Well, you guys have air conditioning up here, so thank you. Amazing. Good luck with everything, you guys, your whole crew. Fun to be back here. I'll have to send it to me. I'll have to watch it.
All right.
Tune in. Subscribe.
You'll
follow.
double our listeners.
Let's go. Yep.
All right. Well, this is pretty incredible. 2 Calgary guys, Ted and Kevin, the athlete here, with 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 2-time Memorial Cup champion, Alberta Hockey Hall of Famer now, and Hockey Hall of Famer Jerome McGinley. Jerome, thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And I guess, congratulations first off on making your appearance on the Oh Dear podcast. I know congratulations on your induction into the 2024 Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame. Already a Hockey Hall of Famer, but how much does it mean to you to be able to again, with your Alberta roots, being from the Edmonton area, playing in Calgary, you get to go right in the middle of Red Deer and celebrate this with your friends and family?
Yeah, it was a really nice honor. It's also going through it. It brings back a ton of memories, and it makes you look back. I look back on minor hockey and relive it, and also how fortunate I was. I had a ton of fun in minor hockey. I had great coaches who helped me love the game. Teammates, we had so much fun. We won some provincial championships together. So it's really cool. It was a really nice night. Also be able to share it with my family, like you say. My mom was here, my dad was here, my wife, some buddies and stuff. So it was a really nice honor, and proud to go in with the inductees that I got to go in with too.
So this is just part of a pretty busy summer for you, obviously. What was it like going down to Vegas, not only as a hockey dad, but now working for an NHL team, getting to the draft and just seeing what that experience was like?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was nerve-wracking, not knowing the parent side. You know, once you get down and once we sit in the stands, and then you're like, I don't know what's going to happen, right? So it brings back a lot of memories. I remember my draft year; it was like the most nerve-wracking thing ever, and so I'm sitting there putting myself in T's position. But thankfully, you know, it went really well. He's thrilled about Utah, and we're very happy for him. And it was exciting for us. And then on the other side of it, the first day, Connie, you know, he said, you know, be a dad and take the time with Tej. And then the next day, I was fortunate to get to be on the draft floor with them and go through some of the players and watch and be a part of it. So it was very fun, very exciting. I think we got some really good players in Calgary, some good up-and-comers, young guys, and talented and skilled and driven, and look forward to seeing them progress.
And so back in 2004, Kevin was pretty young. I was in grade 10, and I went down to the Red Mile a couple of times, and I saw some stuff I wouldn't normally have seen. So first of all, thank you and all the 2004 Calgary Flames for that. But just watching what the run that the Edmonton Oilers just went on too, did that obviously bring up a lot of memories from that incredible run way back in 2004?
It did. But I thought there was a little more style to the Red Mile, the way it went, you know, than in Edmonton, but I'm a little biased. But yeah, it did. And it was special. I know at the end of it, it doesn't feel good not winning, but part of sports and being able to share that with the fans and stuff, it was, like I say, the Red Mile, it was so many people. Like, you shouldn't have been down there. You're way too young. And, you know, I
had a fake ID. It was
no.
As far as the cops know, there's a statute on that, right? But you're not a cop.
No.
We're good.
And yeah, so the Red Mile, the Sea of Red, and it was awesome being able to beat out the Canucks, you know, in 7 games. And I talked about it today a little bit, but Detroit, they were an unbelievable team with, I couldn't tell you how many Hall of Famers. You know, it was, you know, Hall and Verbeek and Robitaille and Lidstrom and Yzerman and Shanahan. And I know I'm missing some, you know, like off the top of my head. Osgood, Verne, I don't think Joseph was a goalie then. So, but just amazing, like, team. And we somehow beat them because Kipper stood on his head, you know, literally stood on his head. And then we got San Jose and Marlowe and Thornton. So it was really, really cool. Obviously, we would have liked a different outcome, but it was an amazing journey. And I do feel thankful that we got to be a part of it. And yeah, it makes you hungry though. Yeah, it brings up some, but I think they're slightly, you know, I felt a lot worse the first time than the Oilers.
We're going to give you a chance at one more big win. We've started doing a thing for copyright reasons. We call them Gad Mabs, but they are Mad Gabs. Armstrong got 3 right in just over a minute. So I know you've already won one of the hardest trophies ever to win, the Memorial Cup twice. The 2 gold medals. I don't know if that might pale in comparison to Gad Mabs. So coworker Erin is going to come in. She's going to show you a couple just regular words put together very strangely. Read them out loud at a different pace, whatever you need to do to sound it out, and let us know what the sentence is. So are you ready?
Okay, I don't know if I'm ready because I don't know if you've done a really, if I do well, then I'm ready. If not, you didn't do a good job of explaining.
I have final cut on this.
All right, I'm ready.
So just read it out loud a couple of times.
A piece of cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that would be, you're saying. Okay,
yeah.
I got one.
Piece of cheese.
I got one.
Yeah. So,
okay.
This first one's kind of a gimme.
No. Hole in pig hams. Wool. No.
You've been there a few times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hole in pig hams.
First 2 words together.
Olympics?
Yeah.
Olympic Games. Oh, okay.
Nailed it.
Don weighs my Don weighs my dime.
We're doing this right now to you.
Down weighs my dime.
Close. Just say it fast.
Down weighs my dime. No idea.
All right.
What one is that?
Don't waste my time.
Oh, don't waste my time. Okay. Hi, Danzig.
As a dad, you would have played this a lot?
Hi, Danzig. Dance Electric.
Simpler
okay.
times.
Hi, Danzig.
Well, you're saying it.
Yeah.
That's sad. This is the end of the day. I'm tired. It's going to be after. I'm going to
You
be
still
like,
got one more than Kevin.
hi, Danzig.
Well, you said it. It's a game. You can go around the corner. You got to come look for me.
Oh, hide and seek. Oh, that's sad. Oh, what's another one? Is there one more?
One
Keep
more.
going. All right.
We got one more.
We just don't want to waste your time.
We need to talk.
Yes.
You think that's the
You
one we
said
just
it.
did it?
You just said it.
Huck 2 or whatever that one was? Really?
No, you say it all together quick again.
We need to hawk. We need to hawk. We need to hawk. I was thinking about Huck 2. I thought that is
More
very,
PG.
yeah.
More PG.
No,
So if your wife said this to you in a text, you'd be like,
oh,
no.
yes, very easy.
Yeah.
If early in the day, we need to talk.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it
Nailed
now.
it.
It has been.
Thank you for the help.
A long day. Yeah, but Jerome, can I call you Jerome?
Oh, absolutely.
That's pretty cool. Okay. Thank you so much for doing this. We appreciate it so much. Congratulations again on your Hall of Fame induction, the Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame. And we're going to let you get back to your night. But thank you again.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right. A huge thank you again to Colby Armstrong and Jerome McGinley for graciously taking the time to be on our podcast. That still sounds weird to say, especially after the ceremony too. They could have, taken that extra 20 minutes to just celebrate with their friends and family, but no, they were in a back room with us doing a really weird interview and playing Mad Gabs and talking about Hawk Tua. That's pretty funny that came up with both of them. How do we get viral like that? My God. We do something funny and we get like 6 likes. Anyways, both very gracious and incredibly nice guys. And probably for the three of us, something we're always going to remember.
I'm not sure they had any. Jerome Aginla for sure had no idea what he was getting into when he followed you up to that room, but was
Was it just the two of you?
There was like 8 of us up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because you made that
And
sound
a
kind of
camera.
creepy.
No, but he just I'm sure he had no idea what he was getting into, but they were both lovely and gracious. I will also say Ted, Kevin, and I have all worked at Hockey Alberta. We have all worked this event. I, as a guest, was thinking, I'm just going to mail this in. I'm not going to have to do anything. I'm going to drink my red wine. I'm going to show up and have fun. And suddenly I'm spending half an hour trying to find Mad Gabs on my phone to play with Jerome McGinley. So
I've been to a lot of events with Ted, and I want to say at every single one of them, I have seen a Ted strut where he is walking around like he completely owns the place. And this one was extra hilarious because this wasn't even his event. And he was walking around like he was just running the show. And it turned out to just be weird backroom oh dear interviews.
Yeah. You got to act important or they're not going to say yes. It was just that easy again for both of them. And Colby Armstrong too was a ton of fun. I think anyone who knows him watches Spit or listens to Spit and Chicklets, sees him on TV as an analyst. Just an awesome guy. And he was part of, I didn't mention, the 2001 Rebels team that won the Memorial Cup. The whole team was inducted, so a lot of them were back. It was pretty cool. But my favorite part of the night was off the when we were done recording, and we mentioned to him that there's a former Red Deer Rebel on our podcast. And he asked who. I said, you don't know who he is, but he's the last 20-year-old rookie in WHL history. And it was the most sincere, hearty laugh I've ever heard. And he says, what, do you have a family by then? Then we showed him your stats, -1 in 07.
Yeah, I think I had 20 bingos, though, which wasn't bad. But I think I speak for Andrew, Kev, and Ryan. That was a jealous moment for us. Jerome, Hockey Hall of Famer, so famous in Alberta. for what he did in Calgary. And then Colby, obviously what he's done with the broadcasting and when he was in the NHL. Like I was pretty jealous with what you guys had there. And I think it's really cool. I haven't been here in 6 months, but seeing where you guys have taken this podcast and the partners and the different celebrities that have come on, it's pretty crazy. So it's pretty fun that I get to come back twice a year and kick Kevin's ass back to that couch.
Yeah, and I just want to give a shout out to Hockey Alberta and RDP because it was an awesome night. Like we've been something that as former Hockey Alberta employees, we've been at working before, and this was the first time in Red Deer, but it was awesome.
Quick story on that Hockey Hall of Fame inductee thing. When we worked at Hockey Alberta, my application is still sitting, and I think it can stand for 7 years. Yeah. So we got to be getting close to that. And I still haven't got in. I talked about all the times on the bus trips and like I played so many games.
You've been away from the game for too long. I directly got that email, and it was like 6 days after I started there. And I didn't really know Dustin. It's like, who is this idiot? And he sent like the smallest little thumbnail of like, it was like a picture of a picture on someone's phone of him playing at U of L.
Please induct me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it was reasons to be inducted. Please. It was the best application I think they ever got.
A couple more years.
Are you going in as a player or a builder?
Both.
Just to wrap on that, Ted kind of summarized it, but great night put on. I really enjoyed how they set it up in the gym there. Obviously it's a gymnasium, but they made it look very fancy and very nice.
Are you describing what a gym was?
Well, you wouldn't know.
We might have forgot. Yeah.
Both guys were way too nice and generous. Like, I felt so bad for Jerome. Like,
the end of the night, tired.
He's like there with his family, and like Ted's just trying to pry him away, and I'm like trying to help Ted usher him out, and he's like obviously the most popular guy in the room. So we had to stop like 6 times for people to get photos. I'm like, why? What am I doing right now? Ushering Jerome again out of this gymnasium, like
to go to the Oh Dear backroom interview.
Yeah. I mean, it was the Hockey Alberta office, so it wasn't like super sketchy, but it was a little weird. But on that note too, I do have to give a huge shout out to a big friend of ours, but a friend of the podcast, Steve Mack, otherwise known as Stove from Hockey Alberta, former colleague of ours, or for me, the athlete Aaron and Dustin. He was the reason we were able to do all of these interviews, because we didn't go in, we had nothing planned. He's usually there like taking video and all that. And this was the first time ever, because RDP was looking after it. He didn't have to take video of like the whole night. He got to actually just sit and do the stuff before, sit and enjoy his night. And halfway through dinner, I went over and was like, oh, Steve, we kind of got this idea. Like, would you be willing to record it for us? And he's done a ton of stuff actually in the past too for the podcast, especially filling in the gaps when Riley's like the busiest guy on the planet. So he's done some video work for us too. Really enjoys the podcast. So yeah, we just want to thank you, Steve, for that, because yeah, we could not have done that without you. That was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and we appreciate you. And thanks for driving me back and forth to Canmore the other day too.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's more than a lingering cough at this point, Aaron.
It's a problem, actually. Ted mentioned whooping cough, and
you don't have whooping cough.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's not good.
Whoop. That's whooping cough, Aaron.
That's close. The doctor is in.
That's a good idea for a new segment. I'll give some medical.
The
doctor is in. Yeah, I'll give some medical advice.
Lawsuit territory.
Yeah,
I'll put a disclaimer.
Doctor is in lawsuit territory. That's the whole segment. Well, on that note, since we're already doing it, time to talk about everything and nothing all at the same time as we head into Shooting the Breeze.
Bang, bang.
Nice.
Got it.
Nice.
Did you guys plan that? I didn't
just
even
happened.
see it coming.
That happened organically.
That was unprecedented. We've never seen it before.
Oh. We'll probably never see it again.
He was so happy.
Yeah, I've shot the breeze too many times by myself. It's nice to shoot the breeze with somebody else.
Now, when you say shooting, never mind. Moving on to talk about the Red Deer and District Chamber of Commerce. Our latest Oh Dear Spotlight is out with the Forum and one of the owners, Janessa Marshall, which is, I actually learned a lot about the Forum doing that interview, I didn't realize it's kind of like they host the place, but they don't run all of the programming and the aerials and stuff there. It's where different people go and they utilize the space to teach and all of that. So go watch it right now on our YouTube page. Again, great work as always by Riley and Fish on that one. And thank you to Janessa and everyone at the forum for doing that. And as always, well, not as always, but for the third time, if you're watching on Rogers TV, we'll save you all that time of going to our YouTube page because you're probably not going to go. But here's the feature right now.
Hi, I'm Janessa Marshall. I'm one of the owners of the Forum here in Red Deer, Alberta. Some of the different activities that you can experience in the walls of the Forum are aerial silks, aerial hoop. There's partner acrobatics, ground acrobatics, hand balancing, silk fans, dance, burlesque, breath work, yoga, mobility, flexibility, kid-specific classes as well. We often have different theater, improv, live music, and both different courses and training, language classes, quite a variety. Yeah, there is classes for all skill levels, and any classes that you see that are hosted here will have really clear descriptions on if it's for everyone or not. I would say the best part about running a business like the Forum is the collaboration with the community and the impact that it can make on individuals. We heavily focus on an inclusive environment, supporting everyone, all bodies, all ways, any way that you want to show up. We started here in 2016, myself and my husband, and opened the space. And we were looking for a space to be able to collaborate with other business owners, people super passionate about what they did, and at the time focus a lot on movement and performing arts. And since then, it's developed into a space that we have multiple local business owners running their own businesses within its walls, and we've dived into the event production realm. So we run a full event production company where we do immersive aerial theater here in Central Alberta. And we use all Central Alberta performers, professional performing arts, collaborating with a lot of different performing arts and theater companies. One of the things I really noticed being in the event industry was there's a big gap between the performing arts community and those hosting the events. They know they want entertainment, whether that's live music, physical entertainment, dancers, performers, aerialists, but they have no idea how to find them, how to reach them. And on the flip side, performers are really struggling to get their name out, marketing. So when we built it, we really wanted to try to be that realm that performers could have a bit of a voice in gaining traction and access to these events. So we do everything from just event entertainment, where we come in, we bring a performer, to full-scale event management, which is vision, ticket sales, marketing, can I help you fill the seats, everything like that. So I love the Central Alberta business community, especially in small business, where there's always an ability to work together. And collaboration has been a key component of our business from day one, is that we did not want to do this alone. We had no interest in running a competitive business, one that didn't work with others. And so from day one, we've reached out to every business we possibly can, and 99.9% of the time, the reception is amazing. And just, I think everything works better when people work together. It's been really cool to see people feel accepted and be able to make change in places that otherwise they hadn't been able to in the past, and just feel welcome here, whether that's for one class, whether that's for a year, whether that's for years. We have some people that have been with us since the doors opened in 2016, and I hope to never get rid of them, but they stick around. And then we have other people that come and go through the time, and I think that that's the cool part of being able to run a business like this, is being able to just actually connect with the community in a different way. We've had such an outpouring of support. The immersive production side of our shows, people love. The experience is super fun. The involvement we've been able to have in charity events, just life-giving, I think, for everyone involved, whether that's the performers or ourselves. To also, just when we run our full-scale productions, to have the community show up for us and to be able to support local entertainment and support local performers and artists to be able to do what they love, because the only way they're going to be able to keep doing it and we're going to have really cool entertainment is people got to keep showing up. I would say what lies ahead for the Forum is diving further into the event production and event management side, because we've had such an outpouring from the community of requests and interest in doing more of that to create really cool events and entertainment in the community, because people want it. People want to go out and get together and put on something great. I love it. I love building experiences. I love creating. So I think what continues to come for the forum is there's the facility, and it's continuing to grow and collaborating with other businesses, and then continuing to work with outside businesses to see what we can create together. The physical facility for the forum is located just south of Westerner and Petrolia Business Park, and you can find us on Instagram and Facebook on @Forum Red Deer.
And we're back, and let's introduce a new segment we like to call the Mummy Minute.
We're not
there
even
yet.
close to being there yet. And yeah.
Lund put all his beers
Yeah, I
down
was gonna say
the
we took a
slide.
quick break on TV. It's going to look weird because we're going to all of a sudden have all these beer cans lined up that were filled with water. But anyways, thank you to Janessa Marshall and the forum again for that. And with another edition of our business spotlight comes another episode of Lund Employed, which saw Lundy try out his luck in the culinary world at Pampa Brazilian Steakhouse in Red Deer. Instead of telling you how it went, we're going to show you how I just read that without looking at the camera for a long time. Instead of telling you how it went, we're going to show you how it went. So here we go. Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Lund Employed, presented by the Red Deer and District Chamber of Commerce. I'm Ted Emmett, and Mr. Ryan Lund here. Temp number 3 now at a new job. Mechanic didn't work out.
Unfortunately, you're fired.
Accountant didn't work out.
Unfortunately, I think this is where we're going to free you up to explore other opportunities.
So naturally, the restaurant industry is your next step. So we're here at Pampa Brazilian Steakhouse, and I guess we're going to find out how well you can handle your meat.
Maybe we're not going to find out everything about but I'm feeling pretty confident today. I have grilled meat, ate meat, and watched people eat meat before, so I think I know what I'm getting myself into, and I'm excited to learn about the Brazilian steak industry.
Yeah, okay, well, good luck on that note. We have Ricardo. We're going to go meet him right away. He very graciously invited Lundy here to come and try out for a job, basically. So, as always, let's get to it.
All right.
Ricardo?
Hey, I'm Ryan.
Hey, nice meeting you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So I see you're all ready to go,
I
eh?
got
my work uniform on. I'm excited.
Have you ever been to Pampa before?
I have, yes.
Oh, so do you know what Pampa mean?
I do not, but I'm envisioning like I hear Pampa, I think of pom-poms for like cheerleaders. So I'm picturing like everyone's just so excited about eating the food. Everyone's cheering for the food. So is that what Pampa?
It is an interesting take. It's not what it actually means, but I like your take on it. So Pampa is a Portuguese word that refers to the prairies, the Pampa region in southern South America.
That actually makes a lot of sense that it's in the prairies of Canada.
Right. So it represents part of southern Brazil, Uruguay, and Argentina. So they're the prairies, the flatlands.
Is that how you guys catch the cattle?
Yeah, kind of. But let's go back to the Brazilian steakhouse concept. Do you know what we do?
So just from the 5 times I've been here, it's an all-you-can-eat meat buffet, but where they bring the meats towards you or to your table, and it's a fixed price, all you can eat, And I know you guys also have some non-meat options as well too.
Right, which you could go for the salad bar itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you start visiting the salad bar, in fact, as many times as you want. Salads, hot dishes, cheese bread, which are awesome.
Yes, I had the cheese bread.
Yeah. And then the meat service starts. It's a huge experience, exactly how you described it. So good job there, by the way.
They got one right.
Yeah, good start. I appreciate the fact that you brought your own apron. I'll get you some uniform.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab it and I'll be right back for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, I don't know if I can do this.
You can do this. You got this. I believe in you.
You like my meat, right?
Why'd you ask that right now?
Well, I need some confidence, man.
You mean, do I like your cooking?
Cooking, yeah.
I would, no.
What? That's not the confidence I need.
Why? Would you want me to lie to you?
Yes.
Okay, your cooking is great. You definitely know the difference between whipped cream and whipping cream. And you're gonna kill this.
Ah, thank you. All right, Ricardo, you want to give me maybe a little tour of the place before we...
Yeah, by the way, good job on the uniform. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
Nice and clean.
Thank you, I did it all by myself.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So, okay, over here. Why don't I show you the service station?
Okay.
So here's the service station. That's where all the drinks and coffees and teas come from. It might be a good idea actually to wash our hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so hot water, cold water, soap.
Okay.
Just do a thorough job there. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to do a better of a job there, okay?
Okay. I thought that's usually how I do it at home, so.
Really? Yeah, you know that most of the foodborne illnesses happen at home?
That would make sense. I have been sick a couple times. It's like you're about to go perform surgery.
Well, you know what? It is. Yeah, so then once you have dried your hands, you use that to close the tap, okay?
All right, I can do that.
We're gonna move on to some meat prepping, okay?
I'm excited. Let's do it. You want a duel?
What?
No? Okay, sorry.
Hey, all good here?
Yeah, we're all good. Nothing happened.
Okay, Ryan, so here's the deal. I'll show you how to do some of the preparations.
Okay.
But before we get into the meats, I have some oranges here, just for the sake of training. So before we contaminate the whole area,
yes,
we're gonna skewer these guys for me.
Let's start small and work our way up.
So we did good there, okay?
Thank you.
And it looks good. So the pork works like this. They have already been cubed.
Okay.
And so you want to get into the center, and always, you don't want to poke yourself with this skewer, okay? So you want to keep it centered. We're excited to give you a chance, man.
I'm learning lots already.
Yeah, so, okay? Very straightforward. So you just keep on doing.
I think one more should do it. Do you guys wash your hands after dealing with, like, there's no worry with me dealing with pork and then me dealing with chicken right after without washing hands, or?
Good question. It means you'll listen to me.
Yeah, I don't want to get scolded for not washing my hands again. So every time you're working with a new meat,
we're changing the protein, you wash your hands.
Okay.
Here's the final product. I want you to do the same. Just
Okay.
gonna take care of SoCal. I'll be right.
So 10 chickens this year?
This 7.
7 this year? Okay. I got 7 pieces on there.
8.
I did the test. I tried to shake it off. They wouldn't shake off. I think I nailed it.
I'll let you be the judge of it.
Okay. Well, that one, that there's something wrong with that piece of chicken.
Now, this is not great, man. We're gonna work on this later.
Okay.
Not exactly what I was expecting, but
I also feel like it shows a little bit of my personality too. A little bit. A little bit elbow grease.
So I think we're good as far as meat prep goes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be showing you a few things as far as service goes and actually how we slice and stuff. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna wash our hands, go back to that orange that you skewered,
Yes.
and I hope, yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah. So first thing you do, you can grab into one of these. And again, be mindful of whoever is around you, your surroundings, okay? We don't want to stab anyone.
No.
Right? Now we can actually move on into the dining room, and I'll show you a few things here. Now look at me and mirror what I'm doing. Skewer up straight. And then of course I'll show you this. So we have this red and green sign. So it's like the traffic light. If it's green side up, like traffic light, they're looking for the meat. If it's red, they're taking a break or they have come to a full stop, okay? Right now, we're just gonna pretend. I'll show you how to do the slicing.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my knife, wipe here. So it's sanitized, and this one is food safe, by the way. Let's go to a table and I'll show you how it's done. And thanks, Dad, for taking on this.
Oh, dinner for one, I see.
We'll be needing a tip tonight, I guess. So now it will be your turn. I would like you to grab the skewer, grab the knife, wipe it, take one of the trays, and let's go serve our guest, Ted.
Okay. And we're off. Would you like some orange picanha?
Yes, please.
Nice and thin. Go ahead and grab it, sir.
A little bit more.
Yeah, I'll give you another slice. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Would you like to do one more round, or would you like to go with the meat?
I think we're ready for the meat.
Yeah.
Oh, that plate looks absolutely scrumptious. Can I interest you in some chicken?
Please, yeah. Push it down, push it down.
There we go. Now I carry it over.
Right. On the plate. Right on.
Oh, that just fell off like butter. Will your date be joining us shortly?
Let's not do this. Let's go with pork loin with Parmesan cheese. How's that?
That sounds absolutely delightful.
What is this?
This is Parmesan pork loin. What's this dish called?
It is the Parmesan encrusted pork loin.
Parmesan encrusted pork loin.
I was wondering if it was just on it or if it was encrusted.
Can I interest you in a piece?
Please, yeah.
Oh, garçon.
Are you garçon?
I think we both are.
Are you? Okay, I don't know how it works.
Would you like to try a piece? Okay.
What is it?
This is... You know what? I'm not sure what this is. I'm just going to cut myself off a little piece.
I don't...
This is a little something I like to call Ryan's favorite.
Thank you.
You're welcome. May you have the best evening ever. And I really hope your date shows up.
Okay, so shall we move to the picanha?
Yes, the masterpiece. Oh, you appear to be a slow eater, sir. I have some picanha here. That's what we're most known for at Pampas.
Okay, and how is it?
It is 11 out of 10.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like heaven on the tip of your tongue.
Okay, I will have some, please.
Do you prefer medium rare?
Medium rare. Do you know the difference?
I do, but I don't know where it is on here. You know what? Let's find out together. All right, sir, can you grab some tongs? Perfect.
Can I have some from right, just there?
For you, sir? Yes, sir.
No, I didn't want the top part.
You know what?
No, I just want that.
I'll eat the top part.
Okay. Sure. You know what? Yes. Whatever gets this over quicker.
I hope you have a lovely evening.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, you're doing great. Okay, so go ahead with the tri-tip. That
is heavy.
It's one big boy, isn't it?
Hello again, sir.
That is a big hunk of beef.
We have the tri-tip here for you.
That looks good too.
It is. It is for, can I interest you in a slice of tri-tip?
Please, yes. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. May you have a delicious meal. Oh, I haven't served pineapple yet, so. We have some delicious pineapple covered in brown sugar and cinnamon.
Yes, please. That's really good. What is this? What is this?
Oh, yes, that is the Brazilian drink. Pica da Gallo.
I'm pretty sure that's salsa.
But it's also a drink. So, sir, do you work here?
Do you?
I'm trying to.
Caipirinha.
Good job that time. Thank you. I gotta say, service was a little subpar, but my compliments to the chefs.
Well, joke's on you because I was also the chef tonight. So, how was it for you today? You know what, Ricardo? I learned a lot. It was fun. I thought me and the other staff had a good rapport, good communication. I know goofed around a little bit today, but all in all, I think the guest that I served was happy. Didn't drop anything. Didn't ruin any meals. I think I'd be a good fit here at Pampa's Steakhouse.
Right. Well, you know what? I have to. First of all, I appreciate your interest in trying to come in and see what it looks like and what it feels like to be a grill cook at a Brazilian steakhouse, right?
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. It's always nice when someone comes in with the genuine interest in learning and taking it on.
And I did learn a lot today.
Yeah, I saw you engaging with your guests and being very attentive and very cautious too with the knife and everything else. So I really appreciate that. I actually acknowledge you for giving your all.
Thank you.
And I also understand you were goofing around.
Probably not the right place.
But you know what? Who hasn't done silly things here and there?
Yeah.
So I totally understand. I have, however, received news from my HR department.
Yeah.
That 3 really promising resumes came in. Yeah.
Like just now, just during
while we were doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, and these people are very, very experienced. But yeah, man, I'm sorry to let you down on this one. I appreciate you coming, but here, I'm giving you my business card with my personal cell phone. You please reach out when you think you're good to
ready.
go. Yeah, but at this point, I'm not gonna be able to give you that position.
I understand.
But I appreciate you, man. Really. And I wish you the best of luck on your...
Let me just turn in my apron. I really appreciate the opportunity, Ricardo.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in.
Well, Ricardo, thanks for getting me a shot at least. Thanks for giving me your card. Hopefully something opens up in the future and you can give me another shot and I'll get some more experience. But just want to say thank you.
No, absolutely. You know what? We do have other stores in Calgary and 2 in Edmonton. So maybe there's an opening here and there. But listen, I really appreciate you coming over. It was a pleasure meeting you and training you. And who knows what the future holds.
I really appreciate you.
Take care, man.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
So how'd it go?
Strike 3.
Oh. Well, at least, you have unlimited strikes basically, right? So I'm not gonna lie, big end to be a fly on the wall for that one. Your enthusiasm was great. It's nice seeing you interested in something, but it may not be for you. I guess just the stakes were too high.
That was not the time, man.
Sorry, I beefed it.
Oh.
But anyways, what did you think though? You didn't get the job, but did you at least enjoy your experience?
It was definitely a big learning experience. There's a lot that goes into cooking meat and running a Brazilian steakhouse. So kudos to Ricardo and his team. All the staff in there and me got along just great. I thought I was going to make some lifelong friendships, and you know what? Just lack of experience is what seems to be killing me in these interviews. So just have to keep at it and keep my chin up.
Well, it says a lot about these businesses that they hire experienced people, right? That's a vote of confidence. But I enjoyed myself. I got a nice meal, a nice drink. My one suggestion for you moving forward, always pick somewhere where they need a fake customer. Because that was nice for me. But you know what? I feel like you're going to bounce back. You get right back out there, and you know what? Better luck next time, I guess.
I'll find my perfect fit pretty soon, I feel like. So I'm going to keep trying, and hopefully someone will hire me.
Yeah, well, that is it for another episode of London Employed. Thank you so much to Ricardo and everyone at Pampa for having us today. Thank you, as always, Ryan Lund, for trying your best, even if your best isn't even close to good enough. And thank you to the Red Deer and District Chamber of Commerce, as always. So that's it. We'll see you next time for another episode of London Employed.
See ya.
A huge thank you again to Ricardo, everyone at Pampa Brazilian Steakhouse for giving Lundy a shot. Lundy, even though it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, it did seem like you actually really enjoyed the whole experience there and learned a lot.
Yeah, it was really well done. It was a blast. I learned a lot, and all the staff I got to meet there were really hardworking. Didn't chat with them a whole bunch, but
you tried to. Yeah,
they're really helpful back in the kitchen, letting me know when I screwed up or giving me a hand to skewer things the right way. So next time I have a rotisserie, I'll know exactly what to do. Skewering those big chunks of meat was actually the most tricky part. It's not easy to twist it and to bend it over on the skewer. They make it look so simple, but it really is an art form. So kudos to Ricardo and Pampas. I know I love that restaurant, and probably going to be there a couple times throughout the summer.
Applying or eating?
Wow. I think the latter, but we'll see how the summer goes. I might apply again.
We're now up to 4 episodes of Lund Employed. One just coming out where Lund went to Red Heart Brewery. So you can go to YouTube and watch that one. And the first 2 installments as well at Alberta Asian Motorworks and at MNP. All right, well, let's keep things rolling, which has been a struggle tonight. But it is time to move into Deer Call.
Bang, bang.
That was almost an ambulance, Dustin.
It's not hunting season, Kevin.
Deer that just got shot by Walsh.
Going to the deer hospital. Is there a deer doctor in here?
All right, well, as always, we put a deer call out onto our Instagram and Facebook pages. Just asking a simple question. Once again, as we've been kind of doing all night, just really mailing it in this summer, taking the easy way out, a reused a deer call from years past. But we have lots of new listeners and followers, new people on the podcast. It did yield a lot of responses and generated some pretty good conversation. So we once again asked for your biggest pet peeves. One of our gift card winners, Josh, this is actually maybe my favorite one on there because I didn't realize I hated it until he said this. Double doors, and one of the doors is always locked. Why? And it's never the same one. It's never just the left door and never just the right door.
Well, it's a security issue.
Why? Why?
Because they're trying to stop the thieves. Because you'd steal the booze in the liquor store and then you'd run into the door.
But then you just go to the...
Yeah, but you already knocked out.
You lose precious seconds. I never thought of it like that.
I do think that's maybe not in all cases, but in some cases for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Or they just like making people look like jack.
Maybe those doors don't work.
Because it's like when you plug in USB, like you do it the right way, but it doesn't go in. Then you go to the other door, right? That's locked. And then you go back to the first door.
You talking about USBs, Ted?
No, yes. Our other winner, Ricky, said people who butt in lines. And I know that's coming on the heels of a Westerner days and such. But I don't know. It depends. If someone else is in line that I know, look, like if I put in the time and effort to make friends with someone over the years, I'm going to take advantage and skip the line.
Well, what's that called when you're chatting with someone to sneakily go behind them in line? It's got a name though. Oh. It's like a
budging.
Yeah, but it's got a really cool name.
What was it, like a monkey budge or whatever? Where
you something like that. Behind? Monkey switch.
Oh. Something like that.
It's actually one of the things too, when you travel, you realize that a lot of countries and cultures don't have the same line etiquette that North America does. In North America, it is a lot. You've got feet between you. But the first time you're traveling and realize that sometimes a line is not a line, it's just you push your way to the front. It is very frustrating.
This is actually, there's a couple walking related ones, so I'm going to group them all together.
So let's just say walking in general.
Well, yeah.
Pet peeve. But we have the technology to never walk again.
That's your pet peeve, is just having to walk?
Just walking.
Yeah. Abby, Audrey, and Shane all said slow walkers. Sam said when someone doesn't move over on the sidewalk, which is the worst. And I'm sorry, most old ladies, you're very nice, but your sidewalk etiquette is so terrible.
Also, it's a left shoulder to left shoulder. It's like you're driving a car.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
But I know slow walkers, I have a lot of pet peeves because I'm just a passionate person and I have a zest for life. Wear my feelings on my sleeves. But slow walkers is up there, especially or people who stop dead like in a busy mall or whatever. It's like, there are other people around you and it's the same as driving, right? It's like, but slow walkers are the worst. Yep. Especially and Kevin, the athlete, could probably relate to this. When you have to go to the bathroom real bad. And someone's walking slow, oh my god! Especially on the path, because that's where in the woods is where you do most of your work.
I wasn't thinking specifically to go poop or pee in the woods, but my homework of bringing a pet peeve was absolutely path etiquette. Like, as someone who is on the path, there's so many people out there who don't understand that they're not the only people who use the paths. And if you're walking with a group of 4, you don't need to go 4 across. Maybe try 2 and 2, because there's probably someone behind you who's trying to pass. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this. Yeah. It makes me very mad.
Use your bell, buddy.
Oh, I don't know about bell when I'm running.
Ding, ding.
Yeah. Maybe that's your problem.
You should wear
just
one.
Tooting my way down the path.
Yeah, there's a horn being honked. It's just it's a foghorn.
Some of us are social walkers.
Yeah, but that's fine. But then just be aware of your surroundings.
I'm poking the bear here. Aaron, holy.
As someone who goes with frequent friendship walks with Ted and Kevin, talk about a social walker. I've never seen you out there.
Oh, yeah, I'm not. The body shape would say yes.
Okay.
But
you know what my pet peeve is?
It being asked to go on friendship walks.
Well, yeah, that. But I was gonna say liars.
Alyssa said a good one too. That again is more path etiquette related. But Alyssa said when you're walking or running by someone and you say hi and they don't say hi back or they look down, which is like
I think this is just a very typical, probably Canadian thing where.
Yeah. If I say hi back. Yeah.
And like worse than me is when I'm out there running, don't look at me and say good job. No one ever sees the athlete running and says, "Oh, good job, keep going."
Yeah.
But they see me and they hear me just, and they look, man, there's no way that guy should be running. I'm going to tell him good job.
Keep going, man.
Yeah. It is like the most accidental backhanded compliment of all time. And no one ever says anything to Kevin.
No, but you and I get it a lot. Yeah. Good job.
Aloise said this one is probably most people can agree with this one. When someone is rude or dismissive to wait staff.
Yep.
That is like if you're on a first date and the person you're with is just like right away rude. And
instant red flag. Ick.
This one really relates to Kevin and his new fiance showing up 15 minutes after everyone else tonight. But Jennifer and Michaela said being late.
Ooh, this is awkward.
I was told a time for recording. And I was 15 minutes early for that time.
First of all, I'm shocked by that. Not because you're not on time. My pet peeve, and Ted, I'm just going to jump ahead here, is people who make me late. If I'm going to be late on my own, I find that very frustrating, but I can own that. If other people are late, I truly do not care. If we are going together and you make me late, go yourself.
Is that a shot at Mackenzie?
She actually is very on time. It is a shot at my husband.
Okay, good.
And a note to Alex.
Pan camera.
Oh, we're gonna.
Their
we need to be able to pan.
Causing problems here.
Well, don't worry, there's going to be another domestic again right away, and it's not going to be Kevin and Alex. Lindsay I didn't put her up to this. She said, when people leave shoes in the doorway.
Yeah. Shocking.
Which, you know what? Since that episode, Lund does not do that anymore.
Oh, yeah. Surprisingly, Ted doesn't do it either anymore. So
I never did it.
Oh, you always
I put him near the doorway, but not
You have
right in the
18
way.
pairs of shoes up there, man.
Yeah, I got to look good.
Yeah. For every day of the month, apparently.
Oh, Kayleen and Jenny said people who don't use their signal light. Lindsay said people who tailgate, flip you the bird when they're in the wrong.
Well,
luckily, when I do that, I'm always right. And people who drive too slow, which is the worst.
Or leave their signal lights on.
Well, they just want to announce their turn eventually.
Or that they turned 5 minutes ago and they did it. Cool. Stop.
To be fair, everyone's done that before.
Yeah.
Sure.
But some people do it all the time. Or people who it's 60, speed limit, save lives. That doesn't mean you have to go 52. Like it's 10:05, I'm done work, I'm tired, I want to get home and nap. And they're delaying me by 3 minutes by driving too slow.
Note that that's 10:05 a.m.
We didn't have to specify, but okay, fine. If this is a kind of Kendria said spelling and grammar mistakes on important signage, social media posts. And for me, it's text messaging. I know it's just texting. I never know if Dustin's making a statement or asking a question, because we'll be talking about something or someone, and all he'll say is just text him. And I don't know if he's saying you should just text him or I just texted him. And it's different every time.
I don't like to give Dustin a hard time because I think you're wonderful. However, I did get 2 texts about him being at the front door tonight to let him in that I actually wasn't sure what was happening and what I was supposed to do.
Let me in.
So it's not, none of those things are what you said. You said, can you just get there? You just get there. CN, you let me in.
It's you just get there. Did you just get there?
He saw me get there. I don't know.
Then he gets mad when you don't answer his question properly because you don't know what he's saying.
Took English 20-2.
Yeah. Did you pass it?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Did you pass it?
54.
Yeah, that's a little high.
You know what, Dust? I'm going to take your side on this because most of the time I know what you're trying to say, and everyone else does too. And my pet peeve is when people correct someone in the group chat when it's very clearly it was an honest spelling mistake and everyone else knows what it is. And now you're just correcting it just to make yourself seem smarter and educated. But that's annoying.
No,
that's annoying as hell.
I do agree with that as well.
What if you do it as a joke because everyone knows that it's a joke?
No,
no one knows it. No one knows it's a joke.
Peeve. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Well, then it's just going to be a pet peeve.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to see some shoes on your stairs pretty soon.
Yeah. Pull out that extra box.
Shoes are coming out.
This one, so I had to look because her name is Timon, and she even says right in her bio on Instagram, I am named after the movie, but her Instagram handle is the Lion King Kid. So Lion is in her name, and she said she hates liars.
Oh,
so that's just like you, Lund. You hate.
Yeah, I hate liars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, and this is my number one is Dave, Tegan, and Wendy all said people who chew with their mouth open.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, Ted? I totally know what you mean on that.
Why did you change your voice?
I don't know.
You know what, Ted? I don't think I agree with you.
Hey, see,
that doesn't bother me.
You ever heard of that show,
me.
Mad Men?
Can we talk about bamboo utensils that they're trying to force down our throats that have the worst mouthfeel of anything I've ever... It makes me want to gag.
Is that your new pet peeve?
It honestly is. I went to McDonald's to get some ice cream and they gave me a bamboo spoon and I had to use my backup car spoon.
Backup.
Can we talk
so
about
that means you have a primary car spoon.
Yeah.
And then a backup.
Yeah, I have car
primary
cutlery.
one's in the wash, probably.
Exactly. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
have car cutlery because they're trying to give you which bamboo's great.
Then you wash
not
it
in
down
my mouth
with a soggy straw.
Ugh.
All right, I know the rules of the road and I know that bikes are allowed on the road, but oh my God.
Get them.
But pick a lane. You are a vehicle or you are a pedestrian. You don't get to be both when it suits you.
I don't like it. No. We had bike lanes in Red Deer for a while. They didn't. You can't have bike lanes in a place that has bike lanes for 6 months of the year. Vancouver,
Don't we still have bike lanes here?
Yeah, maybe the odd one, yeah. But if you want to bike, this is my opinion. If you want to bike on the road, you got to be able to go the speed limit. So electric bikes and the e-bikes and the stuff like that,
and Strybosh,
Yeah.
But when it's heavy traffic, and I mean heavy traffic in Red Deer is not heavy traffic, but if you're holding up both lanes because you're a bike in a lane and there's a perfectly wide sidewalk right beside you, I can't handle it.
That sounds rough, man.
Well, you agree or no?
Yeah. I
it's
just
more
feel-
too like if you're a very like again like I'm a bike on the road, so I own the road type of attitude, right?
There's
like
signs
everyone
out.
yield to me.
There's signs they say share the road.
Yeah.
Lighten up, man.
I don't want it.
But you have to get off and walk across a crosswalk. You don't get to bike across the crosswalk.
Right.
Lund, what kind of bikes are you riding if that's what you thought? His doesn't have a seat.
Honestly, I think about your bike accident a lot, though, when your front wheel came off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm off bikes for a while.
Yeah. So that also is a pet peeve.
Yeah,
When
no,
you're-
thank you. That's my pet peeve is when the front wheel falls off.
Exactly.
There we go. That's my pet peeve still.
So I'm going to provide an illustrative example for mine.
Good.
So I have this friend and he's like, hey, pick me up for hockey at 6:30. And like this friend, I only live 2 blocks from him. So we've already agreed like 6:30, I'll pick you up. So then I text him like right before I leave my house because it's like a minute drive.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be there in like a minute or 2. Be ready. And then I can see he didn't even read the text. I'm like, huh. So then I get there and then I sit in front of his house for like 7 minutes. And then I finally see like movement in his house. And then he like, I don't know, his garage door's broken, so he can't open it properly. So he's like screwing around in his garage. And so anyways, it's kind of tied to errands where it's like people make you late. So yeah, that's mine.
Are we now? Are we talking about the same guy when he texts me and says, "Can I get a ride?" He said, "Yeah, I'm leaving at 7," and he goes, "Can you make it 7:30?" 7:30 works better for me to have you pick me up.
You could say no.
You were talking about Dustin, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
You could say no.
I've had that too, where he's not. I see him walking around inside his kitchen there with a shirt off, and this guy's not ready to go, or maybe he is. I don't know.
I'm pretty on time most of the time.
I don't think so.
What are you talking about, teal hat?
I'm on time.
Actually, Lund is
I'm
pretty
on
good
time.
for being on time.
Yeah.
He may not get ready to go until 2 minutes. Like he'll get in the shower 2 minutes before we leave, but he's ready to go in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't have your back much, but I did there. All right. Thank you as always to everyone who participated in our latest Deer Call. Huge response like we saw to that one, which is unsurprising. Everyone likes to let off a little steam, get their pet peeves off their chest. And if one of your pet peeves is answering Deer Call, but not having your answer read off on the podcast, we apologize, but so many answers there, we had to whittle the list down. I'd be surprised if even half of them made it on here, but hey, that's showbiz. So don't let that deter you. Still keep your eyes open on social media all the time for our latest Deer Call. Keep on commenting for your chance to win a $25 gift card to Cilantro and Chive.
Yeah, before we leave, I think it's a good time to introduce a new segment. We call this the Mommy Minute. Go ahead, Aaron.
All right, with that, another episode of Oh Dear mercifully comes to an end. If you're still at the end of this, oh, bless your heart, because this was a long one. Was really fun having everyone back in here. Riley, as always, thank you to you and Communal Creative Studios for having us. A reminder, too, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Somehow we're still on TikTok. Like and subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever it is, leave us a review. It's been about 3 years since we've had a review, so it wouldn't hurt to freshen those up a little bit, be a bit more current. But thank you, as always, to our presenting sponsor, Bo's Bar and Stage. And last but not least, thank you to you for tuning in once again to the Oh Dear podcast. For Dustin Moore, Kevin Walsh, Ryan Lund, coworker Aaron, Andrew Russell, and the athlete Kevin Strybosh, I'm Ted Emmett, and we'll see you next time.
One last thing.
Oh dear.
Oh Dear is recorded on location at Communal Creative Studios in Red Deer, Alberta. Previous episodes of the Oh Dear podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. For more content, subscribe to Oh Dear on YouTube and follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. If you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions for future content, contact us at ohdearpodcast@gmail.com.